These are some questions you should never, ever, 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 ever ask a man.
Let's see how single women are trying to keep other women single today.
Number one, are you hungry? It doesn't matter if he's hungry, it's not your problem.
So caring.
Number two, do you need something? You're not there to fulfill his needs, he's there to fulfill yours.
Thanks for demonstrating that someone doesn't know how relationships actually work.
Number three, how are you feeling? His feelings don't matter, only yours do.
So much for some women having empathy.
Number four, do you like this? Whether it's something that you made for him or something that you're, wearing or whatever, or something that you got, whatever. Unless he paid for it and, he offered to buy for you and you want him, to get his money's worth. No, don't ask that. But otherwise, you don't need his validation for anything, for any reason. Because why? His opinion doesn't matter.
I can think of somebody else's opinion who really doesn't matter that much either.
Can I help you with that? He doesn't need your help. He's a man. He does not need your help, okay?
I wonder if they consider men and women to be equals. Because that would mean that women don't need help from men either.
What can I do for you? Or what can I do to help you? Nothing. The answer is nothing.
Why didn't they just title this video, How to Make Sure That Your Relationship Absolutely Fails in Every Way Possible? That would have been much easier.
Here we have another example of how misery loves company, because single women tend to keep other women single. That's what you're about to see in this video. Women who don't know how to treat, care for, or understand a man. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and without further introduction, let's get started.
I'm gonna ask a question and don't get mad at me, but how come men, like every man that I see that's married has like this black band around his like ring finger? Like it's not a silver or a gold band. And like men are not like wearing silver or gold bands. They're wearing this like black, it looks like plastic. Like I don't know if it's just like it can't be more durable like than silver or gold. Maybe because it's cheaper, men just like lose their rings all the time. Maybe because it's like I don't know why like it looks it looks tacky. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just like maybe men just like don't want to act like they care about like jewelry, but like bring back a nice gold ring. Like I think that looks like so classy and timeless, even on like on men especially. Like I'm sorry. Every man that I see that's married has like this black band around his like ring finger. So I do apologize to all the blue collar men out there. I was not familiar with your game. Keep yourself safe. Wear the ring. I appreciate you.
I love this because here's a woman that made an assumption based on her limited experience. And when men came into the comments, and even women came into the comments to explain to her why they wear that band, she made this follow-up video where she recognizes that she made an assumption, that she was not aware. And she said sorry, and she gave some appreciation to these working men. But what is most important about this follow-up video is that she didn't make excuses. She didn't flip it by getting accusatory towards the men that were in the comments telling her why to begin with. She didn't make herself the victim. And let me tell you, not everyone was 100% super kind in the comments. She didn't do that. She took accountability instead. And to be honest, this is the most attractive thing to a man. So either this woman, hopefully she already has a good man, and if not, her DMs are going to be loaded.
I don't think men realize that women of our generation have been told by the women of older generations since we were young, don't rely on a man for anything, have your own money, get a good job, get an education, because a man can't take that from you. And a big reason why those women had to tell us that is because they fought to get away from those oppressive assholes. And they said, look at me, look at me. If nobody's forcing you to be in this position, don't. And we listened. We said, okay. So we are on the trajectory to women outperforming men professionally. So that's why I think it's really funny when men say things like, we don't care about your job. We don't care about our job. That's not what makes a good woman. We don't care that you don't care about that. We're doing this for our own lives and our own safety and protection that you claim to provide for women, but you're only really protecting against other men, right? I think the reason why so many men are crashing out about that is because they've never seen it before. They don't know how to handle it. And then the other problem with that is you have these creepy old men that continue to basically exhibit pedophilia and go after these women that are in their early 20s. The problem with that is they listen to us and they listen to the women that came before us. They don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about y'all. And they're also not falling for your little propaganda either. Women need to look like this. You're never going to find a man if you don't do that. Good. Give me a list of all the things that I need to do to make a man not like me, because I will do every single fucking one of them. Y'all ain't the price. Y'all ain't shit. And the fact that men will equate women wanting to be in the company of their own home and not bothered by somebody else's bullshit as oppressive and misandry. Do you know what we're worried about when we date? It's about getting stalked, getting harassed, not having our boundaries respected, possibly getting abused, in some cases murdered. So I don't care that your little ego is bruised because suddenly I make more money than you and I'm doing a little better.
I'm an independent woman, but I'm very alone.
Regarding the band on the finger, many men wear it because they work physically demanding jobs and can damage or scratch a traditional wedding ring. It can also reflect a sense of masculinity. They're more affordable, and they've become a trend for men who like wearing rings. Now, about women from previous generations. Many of them have damaged the new generation because not all of them lived through hell. Some simply made hell their home. On top of that, a woman who stays tied to past experiences only ends up hurting herself. We live in a different world. Today, the average couple lives with more comforts than a couple in the 1950s. What you didn't learn was to pay attention to women who actually had stable marriages. Or maybe you yourself are the product of an unstable one. Because misery can also be familiar and generational.
Women.
Not all men, not all men. Okay, hire a male babysitter then. To be alone with your children, in charge of your children. Unsupervised, without you there, yeah.
I don't think most reasonable people would have a problem with that. But I do understand that this is supposed to be one of those gotcha moments where someone has a grand epiphany, because they're expecting the usual answer to be no.
Why not? Wait, why not? Hire a teenage boy. Or hire an old man. Ooh, wait. You want to do that? Wait, but you do that with an old lady. Wait, what's the problem?
See, what they're doing here is projecting their own prejudices onto most people, because they seem to be assuming that most reasonable and good parents wouldn't vet an old lady because they're harmless. But yet they would have scruples about leaving them alone with a male. But a lot of women like to leave this part out of the conversation. The majority of perpetrators of maltreatment against children is actually done by women.
Oh, so like not all men, but like enough of them to like make you feel uncomfortable with the thought of that, because you're like, wait, I don't know.
And they say prejudice against males doesn't exist.
Oh, hell no!
Because of women like this, children are being raised without male figures. Today, many men are afraid to even approach a child out of fear of being accused of something inappropriate or being labeled a predator, something that wasn't common before. That's why you now see fathers who are even afraid to take their own children to the park, worried that some unstable woman without a father figure might approach them with a camera and start making accusations simply because they're men.
I've never seen a man give up his dreams or goals or aspirations because he's in a relationship with a woman or while he's pursuing a woman. I usually see that women are the ones who adjust, and I know that relationships are about sacrifice, but I've seen the pattern that a lot of women are the ones sacrificing. Like, you see a girl who's single, thriving, she wants to be in New York Fashion Week, she wants to travel to Thailand, like she has all these goals, ambitions, she's pursuing her craft, and then she gets in a relationship and suddenly all that is like radio silent. Like, all you see is her and her man doing things like pumpkin picking, doing whatever, like doing things that couples do. And I feel like it's just not fair. And it's the biggest reason why I don't feel like pursuing a romantic relationship right now, is because I feel like I will have to sacrifice more. Like, I am the type of person where I do adjust to fit into a man's life. Like, I focus on what's his work schedule. Like I suddenly just start morphing myself to be more available. And maybe that's a me problem. Maybe I should just stop doing that. But like, I don't know how. I notice that it's just a pattern. So that's why I just choose to not pursue a romantic relationship right now, because I kind of like what I have going on. And I kind of like how focused I am on my goals.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Guys, being married is the best thing that I've ever done in my life. It is so amazing. Okay, listen up. I only got like 5 seconds before I can tell you the truth. Don't get married. It's the worst decision I ever made. I used to sleep in when I wanted to. I played video games all night. I could drink all I wanted and get wasted and no one would get mad at me. But now I'm just stuck. And I love my wife very much. And there is nothing better than being in a great relationship with a wonderful woman.
I love you.
Big favor. Don't share that video with my wife. We have 2 separate pages on TikTok. I don't want her to see that one because she didn't see the middle part of it. And if you want me to keep making these videos and not get axed, don't share that video with my wife. She has another page and we share similar content on it. But that one, this was only for my page. And if you value anything in your life, don't share that one with my wife. Thank you.
A woman doesn't change her goals or sacrifice them for a man. She simply changes her priorities. When a woman is 25, finishes school, and is single, she can travel, do whatever she wants, and focus solely on herself. But when she finds a partner, her instinct to build a family kicks in. She wants to travel as a couple, make plans with her man, and build something together. Even if he gives her complete freedom, many times she won't choose that path. Not everything is black and white. Being in a relationship has its pros and cons. For a man, having a woman in his life can either elevate him or destroy him. It all depends on the woman he chooses. But as I always say, you have to live your own experience. Things won't always go well, but they won't always go badly either. And in the end, that's what life is about.
I need to save you guys the pain of having to watch this for 3 solid minutes because that's how long this went on for. It did not get any better. She was being fed cherries at the end. 2 things. Men are not okay with a woman that they're in a relationship with to do this. And it is not because he's insecure or he's not willing to have fun or he's just taking it too seriously. It is serious because it reveals your mindset and your willingness to just forget about your vows and to just straight up embarrass your man. It is not cute, ladies. Like, nobody thinks that this is cute. Secondly, you'll need to remember to start worshiping your relationship instead of a person outside of that relationship. Because in the end all, that person is just a person. It does not matter how attractive they are, how much money they have, or how famous they are. They all S-H-I-T. You guys know I don't swear.
Hell to the no, no. Hell no.
So in 2025, I stopped using the dating apps. I realized I live in Miami and everybody's, no offense, closeted or just a piece of shit. In 2026, I decided I'm gonna have some harsher fucking rules. And my prompt is, you'll win me over by sending a security deposit before the first date. Trust, I'm not unreasonable. So if you actually act like a proper man, don't fucking piss me off on the date, I'll send your security deposit back, of course. But since I've gone out with probably about 10 men since I've moved here, not one of those men I would have sent their security deposit. So if they're so confident I'm gonna have a great time, you guys should have no problem doing it. I'll let you know if it works.
Modern women actively look for ways to sabotage their relationships. First of all, a married woman who goes to a front row concert with her friends. Brother, you have nothing. That woman is waiting for an opportunity. The one who buys that ticket is often the one who ends up backstage with the artist. A woman like that doesn't respect her marriage. If she gets left, she earned it. A woman over 30 in Miami looking to get paid just to go out on a date. She seems completely out of touch with reality. She's hit the wall, and at that stage, she should be the one paying for the date. Because the wall doesn't forgive. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Why do so many women prefer to live off the negative experiences of others instead of creating their own? Why do they talk about sacrifice when, many times, what really changes are their priorities, not their goals? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video of The Wall.